United States is a country that loves war. We've been faced up with maybe 20 to 23 wars in our history's time. Here it states something very different, but as you all know, Donald Trump is trying to trump up for World War Part 3. We already know what's going on with the United States. They love blood. They love killing people. They love death, especially the government. They got people on a panic attack now. It's like, you know what? No one is safe when it comes to the United States. They want to jump into everybody else's problems, everybody else's fucking country issues. It's like, here we go again. And in 2026, we're going to see more of it. As you can see, Maduro, the Venezuelan president, has been captured. They had a $25 million reward for his capturing, and when he at least expected it, he was captured. And we all know that Venezuela economically has been going through a disaster for 2 decades, if I'm not mistaken, or more. And we all know that he was connected with Cuba and a lot of people. That are communists and dictators. That's with who he surrounded himself with, and that's how Maduro, Chavez, Fidel Castro, and a lot of people were able to gain power. When Fidel Castro became president, before he did, he came to Miami, went to the University of Miami, became a lawyer, and the rest is history. He was the longest lasting communist and dictator president that we ever had in the world. But to see Chavez try to do the same, just like Maduro, and they both failed. Now, Maduro now is under the custody of the federal, bureau, and he has been incarcerated, and he is in New York as we speak. Now, President Trump is talking about that they're gonna run Venezuela. Shit, they still haven't left Vietnam. And we already know how long the shenanigans in fucking Vietnam has been going on for. So you see, the United States are the type of country wherever they land at, they are not going to leave. They stay. It's like they make the problem theirs permanently. So what the fuck is wrong with Donald Trump? We understand. We have dictators. We got, communist presidents and leaders that need to be apprehended, need to be arrested. But once you do that, give the country back to its people. Fucking God.
Today is today. Tomorrow is tomorrow.
So as you can see here, it says Nicolas Maduro was arrested and transported to New York on Saturday, January 3rd, 2026, after U.S. military operations in Caracas, Venezuela. He and his wife, Flores, and are currently in the U.S. federal custody, which I'm gonna let y'all read the rest or whatever. But this is something that Donald Trump already planned. He said it himself. He's not going to rest until he catches him. And he already, planned this to be orchestrated. And he was the master planner to have the capture of Nicolas Maduro to now being apprehended and arrested. But let's be clear here for a minute. Venezuela has been dealing with so much, when it comes to economic issues, just a lot of the distraction of, communism and a dictator, president after president after president, that the system over there, it's not even adjustable. You understand what I'm saying? It's like people live in the fog. like they do in Africa, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Nicaragua, Honduras, Salvador, Panama, Brazil, and the list keeps going on and on. So you see, in a way for the Venezuelan people, this is a good thing because they can start. And they can start regrouping, they can start getting back to the economic world, they can start getting back jobs, they can start, you know what I'm saying, preparing and doing preparations to rebuilding their country, because even the dollar in Venezuela doesn't cost a fucking thing. There was at one time hundreds of millions of Venezuelan dollars flooded all over the streets. I think this was a decade ago, and nobody will pick up the money because the money wasn't worth shit. It wasn't worth anything. So you see, this in a way is very good for the Venezuelan people. But Donald Trump is saying now that he is going to run Venezuela. I wonder if the Venezuelan people are going to let him run it. It's like, you know what? You got the country back to its people. Now, leave the country to where it belongs, to the people itself. You have no business and now to trying to run the fucking Venezuelan country. You see, that's the problem with the American government. Everything they touch, they want possession. They want something out of it. They just don't go over there and thinkingly, oh, thank you for coming to America and helping us. No, they want something out of it. And they've been doing that since their first World War. So let me just let y'all know something. Venezuela is not in the clear yet. Just because they took out Maduro, there's other leaders and there's other, you know what I'm saying, spectators and others that need to be captured and be taken away from over there, because these people are dangerous as fuck. Don't get it twisted. But once the American government does this, are they gonna let the Venezuelan people free? Are they gonna let the Venezuelan people get their country back, to restore it? You know what I'm saying? To get their resources back, to get back into business, get back into working, get back into normal living and normal civilization and a regular humanity, to where, you know what I'm saying, the Venezuelan people can feel free and at peace and at ease. We don't know that. So when you have President Trump saying we are going to run Venezuela, that's a problem. And the problem is that Venezuela does not belong to the United States. I understand that, you know what I'm saying, he wants to implement himself because he's the one that catch Maduro, but hold the fuck on. But that's another story for another day. Now, the reason why he's doing all this is distraction to the Epstein case. Let's call it for what it is. Donald Trump is in serious trouble. He's in serious problems. He is appearing to be in major letters from not only Epstein, but everybody that has been connected through Epstein while he was alive. Do I believe that Epstein is dead? No. I believe they got Epstein somewhere, captured, kidnapped, tied up in a fucking abandoned building where they are submitting this man to shut the fuck up and don't say nothing. Listen, this man has a long history with Epstein, with minors, with little girls, with girls that have disappeared from their parents, their families for decades. So he's trying to now narrate the Venezuelan situation to distract what's going on with the Epstein trials. This man is looking into maybe even being waived from being president, you know what I'm saying? But he's trying everything in his power to try to make it seem like he's the good president, like he's not the villain, like he's not the motherfucker that was involved also with a lot of people, a lot of government officials, a lot of athletes, a lot of actors, and a lot of Hollywood people within the Epstein involvement. And as you can see, there's a connection, there's a pattern. Pattern calls not for attention. Now everybody's eyes are open. Everybody's eyes are alerted. Everybody is now looking into the past, into what they missed out and not seeing and not progressing and not researching and not putting in patterns to how it compares and the comparison of Donald Trump being involved in these sickening, disgusting allegations, accusations, just like Epstein himself. Remember, billionaires get away with so much shit. But let me tell you something. God doesn't like ugly, and whatever's hidden in the dark shall come out to the light. Best believe that shit.
This is fake. This is fake. Don't trust fake news. Don't trust fake news. This is fake news. This is fake news.
You see, the man, Mr. Uncle Sam, is right. Everything you see in the news is not real. It's projectedly to, being orchestrated or be rewritten, or, you have narrators and you have conductors that rewrite everything that's on the news. That's why when you put on the news, nothing is positive on the news. Everything is a fucking lie on the news. And especially when it comes to the government. Why? Because they pay news medias and corporations hundreds of billions of dollars every year to cover up everything about them. The negatives, the corruptions, the evilness, the dictatorship, everything that they talk about other countries, the United States do it. The only difference, you have rights here, and even your rights are revoked or they're neglected to you depending on what color or culture you are. Let's just call it for what it is. There will never be peace in this world. And it's sad because the United States, they're so bloodthirsty that all they want is just to program people's minds. That's why they call it television. It's a teller to your vision. So they're programming your mind into believing everything that they are telling us. But 95% to almost 96% of everything they say is bullshit. And the only time that they don't have secrets or confidential secrets, it's when they talk about, what happens in the hoods, what happens in the ghettos, what happens in the streets, and what happens in everyday modern, situations that occur on an everyday basis. But when it comes to their corruption, their deception, their confidential fucking lies and demise, they cover it up by paying hundreds of billions of dollars just to cover up themselves so they would not be looked at as the bad party, as the guilty party, as the guilty association, as the guilty corporation. You need to understand, these are people that are very powerful. These are people that will scare the lights out of you. They will take you out if you expose them. And that's what America is based on and it's actually built on. And President Trump is not the powerful one. He's just a puppet for the United States and the government. And the corruption will forever keep going until God and Jesus decide to come to our world and take out all the evil people. Don't get it twisted. Okay? As you can see throughout our history, our humanization history, everything, they take it, they rob it, and they put it as if they were the inventors. They were the, the procrastinators. They were the ones that did everything, that put everything, invented everything. And come to find out, it was our black brothers and sisters that were the first doctors, the first lawyers, the first to invent everything when it comes to this world. So you see, don't let the American government fool you. And I love my white brothers and sisters. I love my black brothers and sisters. I love my Latin brothers and sisters. But it's time to wake up. It's time to realize this is what the American government is about. Lies, demise, corruption, and just distraction, manipulation, and just put you in a chokehold so you can believe that this is the land of the free. If it's so-called land of the free, then why 45 to 50% of people that are in prison or in federal prison are fucking innocent people? Stop this shit. And you see, when you got money in that way, and if you get in trouble, you get a slap in the wrist or a slap in the hand. But if you're poor or middle class and you bust your ass to build this country and something happens, they'll throw the fucking key away and they lock you up forever and a day. The government is artificial to only caring for people that it benefits them too. They don't care about poor people. They don't care about middle class people. And war is projected in the worstest way possible. And they will send your loved one, your child, your daughter, your uncle, your nieces, your nephews, your grandkids to war. There's only a few that have become president that went to war. But if you count the majority, 90-something% of congressmen, mayors, presidents, or anybody that has to do with the government, their kids are not in war or never went to war to fight for our country. You even had different coaches that have fought for the United States, and you can see what they do to other coaches and how they treat other coaches. They treat them like shit. And this is what Americans love to do. Bomb the fuck out of different countries. Kill kids. Insurgents, by the way. And if you never saw the Cat Williams Chronicle, when he says insurgents, insurgent means, people with regular tank tops and fucking flip-flops and shorts, not even war veterans, just normal people. If they can wipe out anyone within their power because they feel they're the enemy, even kids that are insurgents, they will do it. And the soldiers, the captains, the lieutenants, the directors, everybody, they just follow rules. Why? Because it gets their bills paid. But when they come back from war, most soldiers and veterans are treated like shit, thrown in the streets, and if something happens or if they commit a crime or something, they're treated just like anybody else in the streets that they label as a criminal. But they just gave their life up for the freedom of this country. So you see, there's nothing that nobody can tell me when it comes to this corrupted country. And I love the United States. But they're evil as fuck. Just like other countries. Other countries just don't hide it. They show it. Because they put fear in people. But the United States, they love to hide it. These are secret and confidential demise that the world won't ever see. Imagine 330 million people, 330 million people that we have in the United States find out how corrupted the United States really are. And if we turn on them, do you know the chaos and the fucking chaoticity that will happen in the United States? You know how many people would die? So that's why the United States know how to hold secrets, know how to lie, know how to put up demise, know how to capitalize and fool people and to program it into their minds. This programming that systematically fucks your brain up until you believe in them. Let me tell you something. There's nothing nice about this government. So Donald Trump is hiding the fact that this country is just as bad and just as evil as other countries. The only difference is there's more opportunities, there's more chances, there's better jobs, economic situations, better living, you know what I'm saying, formats in that platform and in that shape, way, or form. But this is just as evil as another country. The United States just show how evil other countries are. But if you go to other countries and if you see that they show how evil the American government is, you won't believe it. Why? Because you don't see it in our television. They show that they are the most promising, the most legit, the most faithful, the most kind, the most sincere government in the world. When in reality, if you go to another country, you will see that the lies and the demise that the United States have with other countries, you'll be surprised. You'll be like, nah, but not the United States, bro. No, there's no way. But believe it. And this is how they leave other countries when it comes time to war, just like other countries when they fight each other. But instead of them just helping that country, They want something out of it. Well, give us 40% of your country. We're going to build jobs. We're going to build economic. We're going to build everything. So we want a big piece of the pie because we helped you. Just give them their fucking country back and let them live. Now, if they design to go back into war, then that's something that they do. But that's how the United States work. They always want something in return. They always want something to sacrifice. And the military is just puppets that work for the United States to keep us safe, to keep us free. That word, that's a big word, but that's how they put it. Ain't no such thing as freedom in the United States, man. Ain't no such thing as capitalizing and coming into one and being in peace. Everything is chaotically. Everything is fire. Everything is destruction. Everything is lies. Everything is manipulation. Everything is just full annihilation to whoever tries to expose or tries to bring up what the American government is all about. And this is how their country is left. And the United States only feel the need to help when they see that the United States and people within that country reunite together to help that country. That's the only time the United States step in. If not, they would not give a fuck. Look what Donald Trump did with Puerto Rico. When Puerto Rico needed that $300 million to get out the problem that they were dealing with, Donald Trump said, fuck Puerto Rico, fuck these Latin people, I'm out this shit. So you see, there's nothing that's going to be promisable or promised for these wars and these demise from the American government to stop. Nothing is going to fucking stop. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. The Bible says it in the New Testament. There are times like this that will come and they will only get worse. So whenever people say, let's see everything within that is going to come into peace, that'll only be when God and Jesus Christ come in judgment day. Till then, this is the propaganda and the agenda and the circumstances and situations and repercussions that we as humans will suffer until the end of times. And I don't want to sound negative. I don't want to sound like I'm distracting the fact or I'm disrespecting everybody, because I'm not. I'm just giving you the truth. I'm giving you what's going on every day. This is the everyday pattern for the American government, and it's going to continue forever and a day. It's not going to stop at your request because you asking for it. Look, we haven't even started 2026 and it's only been 4 days, and it's been murders, killings, car accidents. There's been fucking other countries being bombed, kids dying and shit. It's like every day it gets worse. You know what I mean? So stay alerted, stay awake, stay focused, and know that this government is just as bad as any other government in the world. They just narrate it better. They just know how to lie better. They just know how to control, because it's all about control. If they can't control the people, how the fuck do you think that they've been so strong for so long? It's all about how you do what you know how to do. And the United States have been doing it for a couple 100 years. They took it from our ancestors. They took it from the Indians. They took it from the Mexicans. They took it from everyone that possessed within their own lands, their own cultures, civilizations, and they copied it, and now they are saying that it's them that created everything that we have today, when we know that's all bullshit. So please, for everybody that understands where I'm coming from, leave your comments down below. If you're from a different country, leave your comments down below and tell me, what did you ever experience from the United States in your country that you had to leave from your country? You had to run from your country? Or you saw that the United States did wrong within your country? Or what did your country do within your country itself? That it was demeanful, it was evil, it was selfish, it was conniving, it was deadly, it was bloody, it was crazy, it was disgusting. Y'all let me know in the comments down below, because I'm going to tell you something. It's only gonna get worse. There's your boy Chico Black. I'm out here, y'all. Peace.